The next accountability we want to describe is the product owner. So another word for accountability is function in the Scrum team. So the Scrum team has three functions, three responsible partners. The Scrum team has the Scrum Master, the product owner, and the developers. Now I want to talk about the product owner. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. So the person who gives a product meaning is the product owner. So this means he has to understand market needs, environmental needs, and a bit of technicality to deliver. Now, how the product owner does this is left to him, the organization, and the team that he belongs to. Now, the product owner is also accountable for effective product backlog management. And what is a backlog? I say a backlog is a list of what is needed to deliver value concerning a goal. So the product backlog will deliver value to a product. Now, and there are 4 product backlog management tasks that the product owner is responsible for. Number 1 is developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. Number 2 is creating and clearly communicating product backlog items. Remember that the product backlog contains everything that is needed to be completed for us to have a product. So the items or the containment of a product backlog is what we refer to as the product backlog items. Now, he creates and clearly communicates product backlog items. 3, he orders the product backlog items. So apart from creating it, which is basically these are the ABC items or features or what we need to have so that we can say we have a product. Now he orders these product backlogs, that is, he prioritizes the product backlog items. And number 4, he ensures that the product backlog is transparent, visible, and understood. So remember that we spoke about transparency as a pillar of Scrum. So transparency ensures that every work that is being executed, everyone seems to have a bird's eye view or a side view about the work that is being done. Who ensures that the product backlog items is transparent is the product owner. A product owner may do all of this either by himself or he delegates this responsibility to others. But regardless of whatever choices he makes, he remains accountable for whatever it is that is being done. Now, we must understand the difference between responsibility and accountability. While responsibility speaks to end user executioner, accountability speaks to ownership of a job. So your typical bank has a branch manager. If you go to your bank for any day to deposit funds at the bank and you find out that the doors or the gates of the bank are not open, you literally not bother about the security man who is responsible for opening the gates. You will want to speak to the branch manager. If you come to the bank the same way and notice that the branch is dirty, you will not disturb the cleaner. You will want to see the manager. So the manager, whilst he's accountable for ensuring that there is smooth operation in the bank, the cleaner is responsible for cleaning the premises, and the security man is responsible that the gates of the bank are open at all times. So we must understand that accountability speaks to ownership of a task, responsibility speaks to execution of a task. And for product owners to succeed, the entire organization must respect their decisions. And how do they do this? These decisions are visible in the content and ordering of the product backlog. So when the product owner decides that this is what should be prioritized, it should be respected. Remember that the product owner is the one who knows the developers very well, at the same time knows the stakeholder very well. So the information that he has enables him to be the perfect go-between. So when he takes requirements from the stakeholders and he gives it to the developers to execute, the developers should respect his decision of ordering. And we say these decisions are visible in content ordering of the product backlog and through the inspectable increment at the sprint review. And the product owner is one person, not a committee. The product owner may represent the needs of many stakeholders in the product backlog. Those wanting to change the product backlog can do so by trying to convince the product owner. No matter what urgency you want to include, no matter what feature you want to include in your product, you must go through the product owner. So the developers are not supposed to take direct instruction from the CEO or the CEO or the CTO or any of the C executives without first of all running it through the product owner. And the C-suite executive should also respect Scrum framework by ensuring that they meet with the product owner to communicate any interesting feature that they think needs to be added to the product. So the product owner, hence, is the order and controller of the product backlog.